Hello, hello. We are probably streaming. Just give us a second, because we got... You're right, checking on that. I just called TJ the wrong name, and he... I
was just glugging away, thinking like we hadn't started.
But wait a second. I think that... Okay, are we live on YouTube?
Greedy.
Tricky to tell. Oh, this is it. So TJ, explain what's happening.
Okay, wait. No. So today we're going to be making a game in 2 hours this time, so you have us for twice as long.
No, but two separate games, TJ.
Two separate games. So you've got us for 2 hours, but making two separate games. So the suggestions will change at halftime. So yeah, we get thinking of ideas. That includes you guys.
Great. So yeah, we've got some people in our audience. Audience, give us a cheer. Fantastic, yeah, and we are live on all systems.
Good.
So today, what the limitation is, we have to use blocks in our game, so squares. So there you go, make of that what you will.
And don't say Minecraft. We're not making Minecraft.
So, if you...
Always one.
If you're on Facebook, feel free to comment and wave and say hello. And that'd be lovely to see you. Comment. And I put this on mute so that there's no feedback. Great. Okay. We have got. Okay. Right. All right. Also, I said that when we got the BAFTA award, we got in a goodie bag. Look at check out the quality of quality of goodie bag. We got this.
We got things.
We got things. Yeah. Things with stuff in. So look. Idea generator.
I've not even seen this. No. This is new to me.
Few people have. I'll put it on your camera because it's a bit better. So there we go, the BAFTA idea generator. So you have a genre, okay? And look, we've got puzzle, arcade, strategy, racing, RPG, all types of genres. So the blue one's a genre. The green ones are the rules that we have to the game. So I'll put those out. We've got wild cards that we're going to throw in.
Wild cards.
And we've got environment. Is there any going to be any what?
Jokers. We're not playing Texas Hold'em.
The goal of the game and the environment. Okay, so I think I'm going to get the audience to pick from these random things. So to start off, it's always best to start off with the genre of a game. Genre. Okay, can I have an audience member come and pick a card? Any card, any card, any card. Come and pick a card. So,
go on.
Just one of you come up, and then next one can pick the environment. Okay, someone come up and pick one of these cards. And then someone else pick a... No,
just one.
Yeah, just take the whole pack and choose if you want. And then, can you pass these over? Oh, give me back the ones you don't want. Okay, right. And a wild card. Can we have someone pick a wild card here? Well, keep them safe. They're special.
Look after them.
Right. Using Click Team Fusion Free Edition, we are going to find out. So, who picked the environment card? Okay, tell us what today's environment will be. Shout it out.
Just read what's on the card.
What, did you pick the blank one? Okay. It's a good
Pick
one of these cards. Ah! Come back here. Okay, grab those. Okay. So we're all going to play. The environment. What environment have you chosen? Pass it, pass it. At home. So the environment is going to be at home. What genre of game have we got? Racing at home. Racing at home. Okay, genre is racing. So we did a racing one, almost a racing one, not really a racing one. Yeah, and what else do we have? A wild card?
It's in
multiplayer. Oh, okay. And I should have done it the other way around. Anyway, what's the other one we've got? What's the yellow one? The goals. What is the goal of the game?
Rescue.
To rescue. Okay. Yeah. What at home? What would you need to rescue while racing about?
Your cat, your mum, your cat.
Your cat or your mum? I'd like cat. Although
I'm trying to picture this game in my head.
Right. So we need to break this down a little bit. The first thing I think we need, TJ, is we need the screen to be larger, the world to be larger than the screen.
Yes.
So if you want to expand the frame to be much bigger. I will try and find a house environment on Pixabay. Yeah, Pixabay, our favourite. Yes.
Maybe the house could be on fire.
Maybe that's perfect.
The
The
house is
being
on
on fire. I like it. And you've got to rescue the cat. Well,
so the cat is safe, everyone else is not.
Suffering, okay.
So
what size is your world, TJ?
it's quite big. Shall I reduce it a little?
No, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine.
It's a big house.
It is.
It's a massive mansion on fire.
Okay. I think if you're racing around a cat to save the cat while your house is on fire, and the cat is not even in the house, I think it kind of makes the whole goal a little self-defeating, because you might as well just go outside and save the cat. So do you know these ideas are brilliant, but if you could limit them just to the times when we're asking the questions, it will make things a little bit quieter. That sounded such an adult thing to say.
Maybe we could make it harder so the cat moves.
Yes, the cat moving would be good as well. Okay, so there's house. If you import if you have a backdrop, insert a new object.
Yep.
And
What about the cat in it?
change it, house, background house, and we'll lock it into place. Okay, so backdrops are things that can't be sort of really destroyed. They just exist in the background. And if TJ double clicks on it, he can open up the house.
Might be put an image.
Yeah, no. Just wait a tiny second, and then we'll ask. Olivia, what's your thing? The cat inside the house, brilliant. Okay, so TJ's going to stretch this. Now, has it done that weird anti-alias thing on when things are black? It's made it see-through. You can see these weird dots there.
On the side.
So what we can do is when we open it, when we choose our transparent colour, we'll just choose a colour that blatantly isn't in the picture as transparent, and then that will resolve that. Boom. Okay, so if you stretch that nice and big, I thought what we could use is we could use this as a backdrop, TJ, but then what we could do is we could have masks. Now, masks are areas of zones that you set to do something. So what we could do is we could have some masked areas off on maybe round the table and round the bath and things like that where you can't enter, so that you can actually, we'll create sort of platforms. So we might do this as a racing game, but as a platform game as well.
This could be very interesting.
Well,
very interesting.
Do you get my idea that we overlap? We have something overlapping the obstacles that we can't go.
So instead of using actives as barriers, we're just going to put platforms.
Yeah.
Here instead.
So we'll have
obstacles.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Well, just all obstacles. All of them being obstacles. They could be actives. They could be actives. Active's fine actually, if you want to do it. Do it as active, because then we'd do it as active. Do it, TJ, because then we're not limited. Right. Now, if we're racing around the home to try and rescue the cat, our house has only got 4 rooms, so we need to be smaller than a person. So what could we be?
A dog?
A dog? Yeah? What I think? Could be a unicorn. We could always. That's a choice. You can always be a unicorn.
Didn't we have a unicorn?
We always have unicorns. Okay, it's just
a thing. Right, so I'm going to create floors and walls.
A mouse? A mouse saving the cat. I like being a mouse. They're good at climbing, aren't they? Fantastic. And then at the end, the cat eats it. Lovely ending screen. Yeah, just one idea at a time. Go on, Jack. Okay, no fire, but we have a cat that's pursuing the mice, and the mice have to get out. Yep?
Right.
Okay, fine. Right, I will get along. We need to think. I want you to think without saying. I want you to think of your best name for the mice escaping a mouse escaping a house game, okay? I'll come back to you on that. We want to give these people online a chance to see. So hello to those people on Facebook and hello to those people on YouTube. Hey Kyle, regular watcher. So we've got a mouse that will be running around a house, a multiplayer game where you'll be racing each other. The first one to get out doesn't get eaten by the cat. The goal was to rescue the cat, but now the goal is just to escape. So we're going to need some mouse artwork for us to do it. Now, I think 8 direction could work okay for this game, TJ, as long as sort of like we're happy with the mice climbing the walls. Are we happy with the mice climbing the walls? Yeah. Okay. Right, so I'm going to head on to Pixabay. So I want to hear you say, for the mouse escaping the house, what is the good name for a game? Go on.
Cat chases mouse.
Cat chases mouse. Could be a little snappy, but I like it. Joseph?
Mouse escape.
Mouse escape, yeah.
Animal escape.
Animal escape. It's getting a bit more broad then. Unicorn escape probably doesn't fit with the mice theme, but yeah, okay.
Escape. Just escape.
Escape. Cat and mouse. Okay.
Mouse escapes fire.
Mouse. There's no fire at the moment. We just got a cat.
But we got rid of the fire.
Unicorn in a fire. Nothing to do with the game we're making, but still, it would be exciting. Go on. Mouse escapes.
Dog escape.
Has it got anything to do with fire?
And cat escape fire. And with the dog and the mouse. Cat and mouse game.
Okay. Cat.
So the dog can with the
Cat and mouse. Cat and mouse house.
cat and mouse. Yeah.
Alright.
The enthusiasm. Can you go on, cheer? Say cat and mouse house.
Cat and mouse.
Yeah! Ah, I love this game! Yeah! Yeah, a bit of enthusiasm. Fantastic. Ooh, yeah, okay, right, not too enthusiastic.
Slow down a little. Pump the brakes.
Right, so with these actives that you're making, we're going to put these into qualifiers, aren't we? So that
Yes.
that we know that we've got every object that we have. If we use the same object twice, the rules will apply. That's fine. But because there's different shapes of obstacles and different masks and things like that, we've just got the issue that if we rotate one of them, they'll all rotate. So we've got different types of objects doing the same thing. So we put them in something called a qualifier, and that means that they can have the same type of rules applied to them. It's a grouping way of doing it in Click Team Fusion. So I've downloaded the mouse. Do you want to see the cute mouse?
Yeah.
Here we go. There's the mouse. Okay, player 1, player 2. How should we distinguish between them? You fight them. I was thinking about visually. How can you tell the difference between who's player 1 and 2? What should we do? Go on.
One
Yep.
has fire on his tail.
Yeah, okay.
And the other one is just normal.
Okay.
There's a lot of fire
would you
theme
want
going on.
setting
I'm
fire to
worried.
animals? Please do not set fire to animals. We do not condone setting fire to animals, please. Okay, yep.
What about one has fire on its head?
Right,
Fire on its head,
we're
fire on its
adding
tail.
a new limit to the game.
What colours
No
shall we make
fire.
player 1 and 2? Let's have. Go on, purple, and what other colour?
Green. Purple and pink. No, rainbow.
Rainbow, unfortunately, isn't a colour, although I like the enthusiasm.
Rainbow.
Yeah.
Right, pick one of the colours from the rainbow.
Orange. That one's
Oranges are great.
and yellow.
Orange is chosen. Purple and orange.
I want golden.
Yes. Gold is actually a very difficult colour to get on the PC. You kind of like need to choose an orangey colour or something like that, but gold's really tricky.
And
like
if you don't have metallic,
in
then
3D, yeah, in 3D games they manage it quite well with sort of reflections and stuff like that. But okay, mouse player 1, and then I'm just going to change its colour to be orange for player 2.
orange.
Orange. So.
Do it like going down.
So welcome if you're watching online live. Please do comment. We will have a couple of questions coming up, but we've got a live audience who's very lively.
Yeah!
That hurt.
That was me.
Yeah.
I think everyone knows who that was.
Okay, we've got 2 mice, and we can set those as 8 direction. So using the free version of Click Infusion, we have access to nearly all the movements of the paid-for version, which we'll be using in the next Appy Hour at 7. Join us if you can. But cat and mouse house. So we've got the 2 mice. Do you want to see? Do you want to see how the mice look currently? They're pretty small. There you go. There's the mouse. Yeah. Okay, and you can. Shall we limit them to 4 directions? It's up to you. 4 directions or 8 directions? Should we be able to go diagonally or just up, right, down, and left? A vote. It goes to a vote. It goes to a vote. Okay, 8 directions, hands up. 4 directions, hands up.
No, we've had.
Oh, it's an equal split.
Oh. Toss a coin.
Well, if we wanted to limit the directions, we could just do it there, where TJ was showing. Okay, so you've got player 1 and player 2. Controls for player 1 and player 2 are controlled in the application properties of runtime options. So there, right at the bottom, is the default controls, and you have to click on the X. So player 1, if we set to WASD for those, perfection. Great. And now we need a cat that's going to be chasing us. Well, we've got an orange mouse, so it could be tabby, but that's orange, isn't it? So,
a black cat with white spots.
Perfect. Let's see if we can get a black cat.
Black cat with a thing.
How about a rainbow cat with unicorn horn?
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe for the next Appy Hour. We could do that. Right, so let's see if we can find a cat. We could do things on paper, and it's a great thing to do to plan on paper. Now, what do you think about this evil cat there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I vote yes.
How about the cute cat underneath? How about that one? It is a pretty super duper
For
cat.
those in favour of the greeny cat. 3 of us.
Four of us. Yes. Let's make this happen.
Win.
Let's make this happen. Okay. Fantastic. Yeah, well, you don't want the cat to look nice if he's chasing you. You wanna be cheering for these mice. Exactly. Okay. Right. So the question. Okay. So let's think about music. What type of music? I don't think you can think of these things so quickly. Your mind works at 1,000,000 miles an hour. What type of music?
So,
do you really know? Do you really know, or are you just saying you know? Okay. Can we? Frozen? No, we can't because
we
that's
don't
copyright.
own the rights to Frozen.
We could
sadly.
ask Disney, dear Disney.
Shall we tweet them?
We think calming music while a cat chases you around the house.
Yeah.
Well, how are we going to control this the same way we've done before? A bouncing ball movement that follows us for the cat.
We could. Is the cat going to have the same abilities as the mice in terms of climbing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. As beautiful as that is, if we could just stop shouting "duh duh duh," that would be lovely. Okay. I'll play some different music, and maybe you can choose. All right. So, calming music sounds like a great idea at this time. Okay. So we're going to visit our old friend Kevin McLeod at incompetech.com. Who allows Creative Commons Creative Common music, which as long as you credit him, he's happy for you to use it. So let's have a feels calm. Right. Here's a selection. Oh, there's only 2. Only 2 songs that feel calm. And here we go. Here is Andres' theme. Or Smooth Lovin', which might not be as appropriate. Here we go. First one.
I've got a haircut here. Oh, no.
Yeah, it's just chilled out, like relaxing. Okay, so let's get Andres' theme there. and we can add that in. At start of frame, we can repeat this sample. In Click Team Fusion, when you want to play music, you play it as a sample because music just refers to the MIDI files, which are synthesizer effects. Very small files, but they sound a bit cheap and nasty, MIDI files, so we often go for MP3 stuff. Right, so do you want to put a new condition in for the music? Great, fantastic. Now, our goal is to escape the house. Now, what do we...
Escape the house first.
Thank you, escape first. Now, we've got different rooms. Should we have it that you can't get from room to room without collecting something first?
A key, maybe?
Yeah, a key's a great idea.
What about having a mouse hole?
Oh yeah, a mouse hole to, maybe for safety, that we could have a mouse hole. Okay, shall I add that down in? So.
Well, I've got doors already added.
Good, so we're gonna, to add, let's get rid of that. So, oh, we haven't used our blocks. Maybe we have to search through the blocks, TJ. Maybe we could have lots of boxes, like a house full of junk.
One of them will have a key.
And that the key's behind the boxes, but the boxes are physics. So we've got to knock over the boxes in order to get the key, get out the door, and then work your way through. So.
Right, let's do it.
Yes.
I'll
create a box. Now what? Okay, search for a crate on Pixabay, or a cardboard box, or a cartave, I can't spell.
Right, box first. Key.
Oh, here we go, I've got a perfect box, wood box for those. This box is now got off Pixabay. What size do you want it, TJ? Should we do it 64 pixels? What size is an appropriate size for your world?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, but what size?
64 type by
64. Okay. Yep. Right, I'll load that up.
Right, so got a key, got boxes. They need to be on physics, static.
Okay. It's amazing how quiet it goes when Olivia's popped to the toilet.
I wondered what happened.
Why did it all go quiet?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Yeah. Go on. Now, like physics worked before, it means that things are controlled in a more physical way, a more real life way. Perfect. And the important thing is that the action point is in the center, the gravitational center.
We have a key.
Oh, I'll grab a key. I will get you a key. Now, what we could do is we could have the boxes possibly have a bit of health so that if we knock them about enough, they get destroyed. So we could use some of the ultra ball values in the boxes.
Oh, actually, I don't need that. I'm going to add a ultra value for keys for the players.
Yeah. What, 5 hits to the box? Okay. What type of key do we want? Okay, we have got... Oh, that's a weird picture. Right. We've got like a heart-shaped key I could cut out there. Can you see? Yeah. Yeah. I like a jumble of keys. Jumble of keys. We've got like a nice and easy drawn key that will be easy to use. Yeah. And there's got this kind of old scabby key. And then we've got a black shadow of a key. What one? What kind of thing?
Easy drawn key.
Easy drawn key. Oh, wait a minute. I found one more. Rusty key. Oh, there's a scrolling version of it. Rusty Key, right. You had a friend in your school called Rusty Key, didn't you?
And made sure who had a keyhole in the door.
So, a boy who went on to be a locksmith.
Yeah.
There you go. So, it's not true, but if it was, be good story. I did have a biology teacher called Mrs. Mould, and a geography teacher, it's just true. Well, she taught my sisters. And a geography teacher called Mrs. Weatherall. Not Mrs. Hill, that would have been equally good. Yeah. But Mrs. Weatherall, the geography teacher's husband, worked for the Met Office. So there we go. Yeah. Who
Coinkydinks.
Work out the weather.
Yeah.
So there we go. Names are important. So here we go. The key will be with you shortly. Shortly.
Right, I'm just making it so we have a value, which is key. If you pick up the key, it goes to 1. You have to use the key on the door and it'll minus from that. So Great. You can only open a door if you've got a key.
And can we set it to 0 so that we can have multiple keys per room, but once you've used one of the keys, then you have to get new keys in the new room.
Yeah, there's only one possibility to get out of each room, so yeah. So if we...
The key's pretty massive. Yes?
What about having it so you can't go in some location? Like you can't go in the bath or in the sink or on the bed?
Yep, we could definitely have masked areas that we were speaking about earlier that will stop them. And all we do is we set an active object and we set it to the right size, but make it not visible at the start. You can still collide with it, but it's invisible. Yeah, go on.
Because the frame is so big, you might need a thing where it goes split screen after they're split between a certain amount of distance.
Yes, there's a good point. Because the screen is so big and because we've got multiplayer, that multiplayer wildcard.
But they'll both only be in one room at a time because you can only go from one
room to another. But if you leave them behind, possibly we should have it that whoever has got the most keys, it follows and does it like that.
Well, you'll only have one key at a time. It resets after every door.
Oh yes.
So it's
interesting.
Well, it might just have to do it like Sonic. If you get left behind, you get left behind.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Sonic 2. We might steal some inspiration from.
So what's the thing? If whoever's further to the right or higher up, it follows.
Oh, no, because it goes...
Well, if we start off at the bottom...
Oh, yeah, we can do it that way.
Oh, no, yeah. Whoever's further right or lower down, it follows. So that we can work room to room to room. Okay? So, there we go. The key's slightly large.
Sorry, I'll just set these.
So, what's your idea?
What about making a toy mouse to distract it?
Perfect. Okay, we could have one of the boxes, we could have a random chance that it unleashes a toy mouse. Yeah.
So, one second then.
Do you want to see about stacking those? But we haven't tested this game yet.
Nope, there's not a lot of rules to it either. I've just been doing...
But can you have... Oh, it's... hey everybody, we just want to let you know that if you've left a PE kit, it's I gave it to Sarah. And what did Sarah leave it here? If she did, it might be downstairs in the kitchen.
Right, so they should stop when they hit, but now we need to make it so that the crates...
When it collides with the floor.
Oh, it's not even, I keep forgetting it's not a backdrop this time.
That's it. And then it stops. Okay, so physics is really fun to play about with. And we can just say when you collide with a crate, then you're going to start to add it to its damage counter. Is that what we're saying? So
we can if you want. I haven't actually made it yet, 1 second.
Okay.
I will...
Well, we could just use an alterable value. So they're unnamed. All these alterable values are just labelled A, B, C, all the way to Z. So you've got 26 of them.
Start with 3 health, shall we say?
Yeah.
Per crate, and then...
You condition that.
When a player collides with one...
Yeah. Subtract from its...
I say I.
Good. Right, okay, so
values.
What did we need to find? A toy mouse.
And then say that when its ultra value reaches 0, we want it to destroy, but we want it to create
I think it's at home.
I need to make the toy mouse first, don't I? So it'll have a random chance to create either a key or a mouse.
Just one moment. Okay, so just explain what you're doing, TJ.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the active object for the toy mouse first. Just going to sort the code out for it, and we're going to make it so when you destroy a crate, it's going to randomly pick either to generate a key or a toy mouse or nothing. It's going to have...
Oh, yeah. But maybe we should have a key set in there, just because random is random.
Yeah.
So it could be...
Yeah, so we can choose where the key is, but make a random chance to spawn a toy mouse.
Yes, fantastic. We haven't even got any deaths yet, so we've still got halfway through. The ideas are spilling out of these people.
we might need to slow down slightly on the ideas just whilst we add the rest of them, and then fire away.
We should give you all iPads, and then you just type your comments.
Yay!
That's it. We just need to buy just 20 iPads next time. Yeah. Feel free to handwrite them and pass them.
Shall we give it? Shall we say?
Oh, for Toy Mouse, 1 in 10.
1 in 10.
So that sounds.
So 1 in 10 chance it will create a Toy Mouse relative to a crate, and then we just need to sort the order out and make sure that.
What about making it so sometimes the cat comes out of a random crate?
Yes. Now, if we do all of your ideas, Jack, we will be here till 2050. Okay. so we probably need to just stick to doing the ideas we've got. Once we've got a mouse that goes around the house that can escape, then we'll be up for some new ideas. But until then, we'll just stick with adding things in. And it's tricky when you're making a game, you have loads of ideas, and that's why it's good to have a notepad and paper next to you, because you'll have more ideas than you will be able to add to this game, and you can use them in the next game.
I'm not putting my hand up to ask a question.
You're just trying to feel the wall.
Yeah, I'm going to toggle it to be on. There we go.
Great. Okay. I've got a very weird toy mouse here, so, but it will do.
Sorry, we've got a question about
Yes.
house.
What's your question?
Are we going to get iPads?
I'm not going to go out and buy iPads.
In the middle of a stream.
Okay. Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm not going to take out a loan in order to do that.
What about the cat hides somewhere and when it sees the mouse, it just quickly runs out and gets the mouse?
Okay.
From this point, I'm just going to agree with everything that she says.
Yes. Brilliant. Wheels, if we got time.
It was a good idea, though.
Fantastic. Right.
So like it hides in the box and the mice come back from them
The screen's not very big, so we can't allow many things to happen.
through the bottom and then he gets the mice and then he eats them.
Yeah, we're not going to record any cats eating mice because that might upset
Me,
people.
I might get upset with that.
Cool. So, have we got these boxes? Have we tested the game yet?
Nope.
Let's test the game, TJ. Very important at
Right,
every stage
so
to test the game.
The cat
because
doesn't know what to do.
That's fine. It doesn't matter. We will learn what's working and what's not.
There we go.
Okay. So immediately,
haven't-
the problem is
Yeah.
that we haven't got that the screen isn't centered. Now, just before you do that,
We need to decide how it's going to decide which mouse to.
exactly.
follow.
I think that the easiest way to do this, because we've got such a limited time, is that we're going to add an active object that's just called target. Do you want to just give it a name, target? And we're going to just simply take the average of the mice. So always set the X position, which is the left-right position, always set the position, the X coordinate, to be whatever this mouse's X coordinate is, add this mouse's X coordinate, and then if we put brackets around it, it will do that sum first, and then we can divide it by 2. But dividing by 2 doesn't always get us the right answer, because it doesn't like fractions unless fractions are in the sum. So timesing by 0.5 is the same as dividing by 2. I'm just going to copy that, because that's very useful for setting the Y position, set the Y coordinate to be the Y's. So I'm going to just change this code so it gets the Y of X, player 1, Y player 2. Okay, now, and then we can always do the scrollings based off that. So that's,
Set on target.
yeah. So there we go. Now, the only thing is, we don't want to.
What about making it so you can pick up crates?
So there we
It
go.
might be a bit difficult
So
for the
now,
mice to throw the
As we
crates,
move, so we haven't got a collision of the mice on. Oh, look at that!
so-
dropped a
Not
key.
a
These all dropping
reaction.
keys.
No.
Oh, that one dropped a key. What are they dropping? What are those squares that they're
Oh,
dropping?
it's the toy mouse. It's a chance of 1 in 10, but we need to probably.
The issue is that
Oh,
it's
is it?
running that command multiple times. As soon as the health gets to 0, we're.
We need to.
I think
condition
that,
it once
yeah, I think
per
you need to do
event.
that. Yeah.
Yep.
So, just going to insert an extra condition on top to do that.
Limit conditions.
Run it once when event loops. Yeah.
There
Perfect.
we go.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I need to make a collision for.
Good. Yeah, get it to stop. Now, I think we should up their. I think we should up their damage. Actually,
we need to stop as well, don't we?
Yeah. Well, we don't. It won't matter. We're controlled by non-physics. So we're just going to move wherever the keyboard takes us. We could make it. We could. Yeah. Go on. Put stop in. See how that does. There we go. Perfect.
Sweet.
Great. So give it a quick test. About 25 minutes to go. Okay. Let's see if we can push those boxes. Yeah. Fantastic. We're still getting those multiple drops. So.
And I need to make it so we can.
Yeah. Touch it. That's fine. Okay. We'll have to come back to that rule. Now, one thing you can do is you can insert a comment. Now, comments are useful to know what to do later. So, yeah, we need to get good. I think it was fix, drop might be. And the more clearly you write something, the more useful it is for someone who comes to help your code. The more useful it is when you come back to your code, you can have a look at the comments. In Click Team Fusion, comments use up a line. Yeah, Charlotte? Yeah. You make it smaller or just slower, maybe?
Yeah.
Smaller or slower, or bit both? Bit of both, a smaller, slower cat. Okay, so to-dos. We'll just make it 3 things for TJ to do. To-dos, smaller, cat, slower. Cat hurts players. Can we make it so that if a box falls on the floor or on itself, then it subtracts 1 health as well, so that you can knock them over and do that. So, that's right. No, you don't need to do a new rule because we've already got, whenever it stops on those rules, yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah.
We can just subtract 1. So we might already have subtract from 1, and then we can use dragging and dropping to replace all the ticks below. Those 2 ticks below, we can just do that each time. Now, but we might want to up its HP now. Now it gets damaged by dropping on itself. We might want to just set the default HP and its alterable values to something like 10 or 12. Okay, so, and then we can stack up the boxes. So we need keys, open doors. Fantastic. So what can we do to help TJ at this point? Or is it just some encouragement, man? You're doing well. Quite warm, aren't you?
I know.
Like,
I'm actually cooking. Fierce. Like, my hands are freezing, my head is on fire.
You just need to warm your hands on the back of your head, and that'll do nicely.
I'll sit here for a bit, and then
fantastic.
I'm just going to warm up.
Fine. Well, you can do that and take over talking, and I will take over typing. If you want to do, if you want to do that.
Sorry, we've got an hour where I'm going to be in your seat.
Right. We've got 23 minutes, TJ. We've got little mice running around a house looking for keys.
Yes.
When they get the key, it unlocks the next door. Okay. And we might need to work on those doors because we've got 2 separate doors for rooms. So we might just need 1 door interlocking and then another door to give access to stairs. So maybe if I do some stairs. Okay. So a mouse hole, fantastic, is a great idea. So if we have...
Would it make it too easy to having 2 ways for them to go in
No,
rooms?
but from getting from upstairs to downstairs, we could use the mouse hole. Unless, on the picture, I'm not sure in the picture that we do have any stairs in our house. Let me load that up. Dolls' houses are not known for being very friendly in terms of access. So let's just have a quick look at this house. Ladies and gentlemen, yep, as I feared, this house is a house with no stairs. So we're starting off in the bathroom, as all mice like to live. So then we go to the bedroom, and so then we'll go down to the lounge, to the kitchen, to outside.
So, one sec. Right.
Yep.
So we're starting in here.
And we'll go across to the right.
Yep.
So we just need 1 door in between that area.
Yep.
Fantastic. And then what we'll do is we'll have a mouse hole, a door blocking a mouse hole here, and we'll make the doors visible. A door just leant against the wall for that bit. Or we could have a flat door, maybe. I could give you a door that's flat on to make it seem a bit more... Let's leave it like that. We haven't got much time. Okay, so right. I will draw a picture of a mouse hole for you. I'm going to do this freehand, ladies and gentlemen, because that's the skills I've got.
Oh, 1 second. I'm going to have to shrink this, but it'll shrink the others. So if I just
it doesn't matter if it overlaps. No. It's just going to teleport you. So it's all right.
Okay, wait.
It's all right. Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yes, you're excused.
Maybe we could have a toy dog that the cat liked it from.
Okay, well, we got a toy mouse to distract them, and in the case of Bill, this is something that you would write in your notebook. If you had a notebook by your desk, you would write down these ideas. But
The cat hides under
yeah, these are all fantastic ideas. If anyone wants to produce Cat and Mouse House to a more fulfilled game, take these ideas that are being given now, write them down, because this is gold. This is BAFTA award-winning AAA title quality ideas coming at you for free. That's what Impact Gamers offers. Out of
Maybe we could also have a cucumber.
a cucumbers definitely would be
A way of stopping the cat.
cat. Yeah, fantastic.
Those videos are hilarious.
Okay, so we don't need any more ideas.
Yeah, not yet. No, wait.
Go on, what's your idea?
We're probably behind by 5 ideas.
Go on. Cheese. Cheese, yes, cheese would give us health. Actually, we'll have that in. I'm going to allow that, actually. Cheese health, because it's such an easy thing. Collecting fusion inbuilt with its lives and stuff like that. We'll have the cheese bringing health. But I feel we're overloading TJ with...
Yeah, I'm behind a little bit, guys. You might want to let me finish these bits first.
But it's great. This just goes to show how engaging games making is. Kids have ideas all the time, and it's great for them to make things. And so in our audience today, we've got a lot of people who have made games. Give us a cheer if you've made games already. And these ideas just keep on coming, which is great, but there is that fact that you need to funnel down and sort of laser in on the bits that you really want to do. And so we will try and do that in our final 20 minutes that we've got here. Cheese. Okay, our choices of cheese. Well, that would kill you, surely. A mousetrap with cheese. That doesn't sound like it was a distraction. It's like a health thing. Yeah, we'll have cheese as a health thing. You could have it as a reaction game. Can you get the cheese just before the goes off on your hand? Yeah, that's an option.
What about having smelly cheese, which restores 1 heart?
Okay, multiple cheeses. Let's hear it. Right, what I'm going to do as TJ gets on with the game, I'm going to list all of these fantastic ideas. Right, smelly cheese. And why do we have different cheeses, Jack? Go on, tell us.
To give you different amount of hearts. Like
Different amount of hearts. Okay, so smelly cheese would be more or less hearts?
smelly cheese would be 1 heart.
Yes.
And just a normal block of cheese would be a full refill.
A full refill, but then you'll have like posh cheese or something, like surely to give you like invincibility for a while. Like get some Camembert or is that posh enough? What's posh cheese? Name some posh cheeses. I don't think we got the right audience in for posh. Wensleydale? I think we want to go higher than Wensleydale.
Wensleydale.
We want to go to the Breeze and the Camembert and the
Goat's cheese?
Goat's cheese. Oh yeah, goat's cheese is quite posh actually.
Is it?
It is. It's very expensive. Like especially posh goat's cheese, especially goat's cheese from like goats that are raised on the hills of Ilkley. So, right. This cheese is taking a while to cut out.
And what about
I'm cutting the cheese.
And what about having
That's an
milk?
American joke. Milk. Milk for what? The cat? Or milk for the mice? I'm not sure mice are fussed by that. I hear that Mars bars are the best way to get mice. In reality, I just found that traps were the best way. Right, this cheese is Wiggly Woggly. Wiggly Woggly cheese. And it's... So, here we go. How are we doing?
So I've just finished one of them ideas.
Okay, so what have we added?
So I've just finished the toy mouse.
Oh, Ben, sorry that we missed your comment. Ben, we are making Cat and Mouse House. It's a multiplayer game where you're the mice and you've got to find the key to get out of the room, because mice obviously, the doors are very tight. You know, mice can get through small holes, but these doors are shut very tight. You get the key, get into the next room, you work your way through the house to escape the house. First mouse out of the house wins, and then the cat eats the other one. That's the game. hope that makes sense. And
so I'm guessing we need a door.
We definitely need a final door for the exit. Fantastic. Perfection. Great. Good. And then the door's visible.
Doors are, yeah.
Great. Fantastic. So let's have a test of this game. Hi, Dave. Thanks for joining.
So we haven't fixed the spawning of the toy mice yet.
Don't worry about that.
But,
We're just going to have lots of toy mice. Listen to the calming sounds of... What's happened?
He's got stuck.
Oh, don't worry about that. Is it when he hits a box?
Let's have a look.
Make it so the cat bounces off of the box.
Oh, there we go. Look, where the number of mice is he looking at a toy mouse? He's looking at a toy mouse that's off screen, TJ. That's what's happened there.
That's what we need to do.
We have a toy mouse that he is. There we go.
At least
which
they
he
work.
can't get to. Which he can't get to.
At
so
least
he's just
they work.
pushing against the wall. So there we go.
Okay, so one of the mice is surely in order. I've got to try and...
Don't worry about. Oh, the toy mouse has escaped.
So I need to. Yeah, I haven't finished the boundary. They just. They seem to spawn all the time though. Which...
You need to repetitively hit the box. You know you stop when you hit the box. If you bounce.
Well, the key is behind the box, so because I moved it, I've collected the key.
Oh, you have collected the key?
Yeah.
Alright.
Because it's preemptive, put behind it, so it doesn't spawn.
Okay.
So.
Fantastic. So you got the key. Yeah. Right. So. Working. Do you want to just change the animation so we can tell which direction we're travelling in?
Oh, yeah.
So in Click Team Fusion, it allows you 32 different directions of travel, unless you're using physics and angles, and then you've got all the degrees that you want. But opting for all 32.
We want this to be
it's
a
eight
high.
direction. It's 8 directions.
It's a high-end game.
You're never going to see those angles. It's a waste of memory. That's what it is. Bloatware. No, you can leave the cat, that's fine.
Oh, I was
the
going to make it.
cat's evil any direction. Oh, you're going to make it so that the teeth are facing you as it chases. Okay.
Not what I've tried to do. There we go.
Good. Fantastic. And flip it round. What about the hot... Yeah, is it in the centre? Is it in the same place for both?
Let's have a
Great.
look.
And we've got another idea from the audience. Yes.
We could do it so that in the next level, if you get there...
We're not going to get to the next level in 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah. If you're making the game that's bigger, yeah. If you're making the full version of Cat and Mouse House 2018 Deluxe Edition, yes. When you get to the next level, yes.
Yeah, you can make the cat a bit faster.
Make the cat faster, or maybe a bigger cat and more mice. Well, the thing is, it's the 2 players. So yeah.
So the lives I noticed weren't actually on the screen.
Yeah, they should be there. Leave them there. That's the right place for them to be. If you,
Let's have a look.
I think you're just not noticing them. So if we're going to have a look, there they are.
I haven't done the cucumber idea because I am still...
The issue we've got with the mice is they're running at 90 degrees. They're crab mice. Crazy crab mice. What TJ needs to do is set the first one to be there. I'm going to delete these. I'm going to... There you go.
All that hard work just
There we go.
got wiped.
Because the default direction is pointing to the right. And so that's all we need to do.
Could we have crab mice? That
Could have
be
crab
an
mice.
idea.
I think crab mice is for the future add-on packs.
That's the sequel.
Crab mice. I don't know. I'm sure that'll get a lot of people worried if they thought that crab mice were an actual option in reality. Who likes mice in their house? Who likes crabs in there? Who would like mice crabs? I think we've just created the next horror genre.
Mice crabs.
Mice crabs. I'm going to just Google it quickly.
From the makers of Sharknado.
How many people have mentioned mice crabs? Don't do this at home. Do rats eat crabs? Is the first question. Unlike the mouse that nibbles a little at a time, rats eat much more food. Rats can live in freezers and love to eat frozen food. That's like a rhyme, isn't it? It's like a nursery rhyme. Unlike the mouse that nibbles a little at a time, rats eat much more food in one sitting. Like mice, rats can live in freezers. They love to eat frozen food. It didn't rhyme very much. Crab versus mouse. Oh, I do not go on YouTube and watch those things. A giant spider carrying a mouse is horrifying. Oh, it is horrifying. Don't watch that. Anyway, stay safe on the internet. Make sure you've got parental guard. Okay. Oh, of course. The mouse can go down the toilet to get downstairs.
Oh, I've just done them.
We're going to use the mouse hole, but if we were doing this, if we had that comment earlier, that would have happened.
Yeah,
that
it's first come, first serve with the ideas, unfortunately, guys. So we're going to try and do it so, but this...
What about making so the toilet...
We need a second cat downstairs as well.
making it so when you go...
So
when you go down the sink, you escape the house?
We could do... These are all great things. Look at these. Look at these rules that we didn't have. You can't touch the floor. That would have been difficult. You can't do the same thing twice in a row. These are great idea cards. Thank you, young games designer BAFTA, for these cards. Aww. But we're going to stick to ours.
Which one is it to unlock the frame?
Shift and Control held at the same time as you click on something unlocks an item in the background. So did you accidentally move? You'll right click and lock it into place. Perfect. Locked objects can be very infuriating. From the top bar, you can click on Arrange and unlock everything. But if you want to unlock one thing, hold down Control and Shift at the same time while clicking on it. Right, TJ, do you think we're going to get this done? 10 minutes.
I just have to make the barriers for this mouse, and then I need to make it so when you leave that door, whoever goes out first wins.
Okay.
We need to make it so when the cat touches the mouse dies?
Yes, we definitely do, and we've got cheese that we can spawn in boxes as well. So we need to fix the spawning rule. Is the things that we need to do. Did we get a slower cat? Did that happen, TJ?
A slower cat.
Smaller, slower cat. Did that happen?
No, I will
To-dos?
do that.
The cat hurts the players. Does that take off health when it hits a player?
I just need to add the rule for when you...
Keys open doors.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, great. We've done something. And then we need to add the cheese, spawning cheese.
I just need to do this rule for... Because the cat takes health off them, it just doesn't destroy them.
Cucumbers are not going to happen in this hour. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. So, there we go. But we got another Appy Hour happening from 7 till 8. And TJ's probably feeling the pressure. Are you feeling that?
A little bit.
Stomach. 9 minutes, TJ! 9 minutes.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure, but
I'm not actually touching
him. Do it.
Just for effect.
Right, so what we're going to do is...
Right, so yes, I'd like to remind you, if you like making games, then I would recommend learn to do it. It's really easy. There's loads of programs. We use Clicked Infusion because it suits our needs. There's other stuff called Stencil and Scratch and... Construct. I might have got that wrong. Construct 3. There's loads of things. If you have children, I think children from the age, if they're working with an adult from any age, they can make a game, and by themselves from age 7 normally. Just get them used to using a mouse and a keyboard. 7. Yeah. So we do that. We work with children, sometimes younger than 7, but normally 7 and up. If you want to clone your lives, TJ, at the top, cloning will make a secondary object of something. And then we can set the properties of the second object to be player 2. So that player 2 lives are shown. And if we were really clever and had time, we'd probably set player 1 lives to be orange and player 2 lives to be purple, because that's what the mices are. Orange and purple. Cool. So what rules have we got in here? So if we leave on the left of the screen, we win the game. That's exciting.
Well, it goes to the next frame. But
which will
in the
end
next
the game because we
won.
haven't made the next frame, so just quit. That's great. And then if the mouse hits a door, is this opening doors?
This is the toy mouse just to keep it inside the
room. Get it to bounce. Fantastic. So let's have a quick look. So 25 rules. That's quite a few events happening there.
Let's hope I haven't mixed any of them up.
We surely have. Okay.
So,
run that.
Nice bit of faith you have in it.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, no. We have the issue that the target is always positioned between the two mice, but when one mouse dies, it's then going off. So if we say that if the pickle count compared to the number of players, if we've got 2 players, then set the position there. But then if we only have 1 player,
change it.
Pickle count test compared to the number of objects. Not the last one has been destroyed, because that's a one-off event, but compared to the number of it. If there are no purple ones, then position, we want this on top of... If there's no orange ones, set this on top of the purple one, and then if there's no purple ones, just double-click.
Set it on top of?
Set it on top of the orange one. Edit the rule. relative to orange one. Right, now we'll sacrifice one mouse. Okay. Purple mouse is going to get sacrificed. Great. Get out of the house, TJ. Yeah, get the key. Get through the door. Yes, perfect. Oh! Stay away. He's going for the mouse. He's going for the mouse. Yes, great. Through the door.
Oh, I put the second cat in. So
that's fine. That's fine. No, just complete the game. It's fine. Where's the key?
Yes, I know. I've cheated.
Oh, we need a sound. So we need a sound, maybe of an unlocking door or something.
And a key sound, because sometimes the crates move and you get the key before you even notice.
Okay, so a ding, maybe. What noise does getting a key make in a game? Ching, ching, ching. I will now search for the word ching on free sound. Here we go. Let's listen to this. Oh, wait a minute. There lies an issue.
It's not plugged in.
Okay. Let's try that again.
Making it so the door
Oh, that was a great noise.
after a certain amount of time?
So what's the... Sorry, I can't hear with those on. What did you say?
Maybe we could have it so the door closes after a certain amount of time.
Oh, doors closing after a certain amount of times. Great. You'd have to have the key respawn, though. Otherwise, you'd be really stuck.
Yeah, you'd be trapping the mice.
So, okay.
So, any suggestions for this bit is going to be sound related. So, we've got the key sound.
Yep. I should have done this before. We've only got 4 minutes.
Maybe a toy mouse sound.
So, yeah. Cha-ching.
So
Yes.
we need a squeak.
Do you know what, Ben? I'm going to do that. I think cha-ching,
And a squeak we need.
cha-ching, and a squeak, and a meow, probably.
So, tell me what sounds you've done as you do, and I'll throw them in.
Okay, so...
So, we've got background music done. We need a key.
Yeah. I've just managed to download a sound and completely lose it. And it's a Here we go. Cha-ching. Right. TJ, do you want to explain what the game does so far while I get these ready?
So, all in all, I'll just zoom out a little bit to show you guys. So, let me just get rid of the grid. There we go. So, we're going to start in this room. You have to knock all the crates until you find the key. If you have a key, you can then use it on a door, and then the key counter goes back to 0. So you have to find a key before progressing. If you bump into a crate, it's physics, so it'll move out of the way. You can actually destroy them. And if you destroy a crate, you can actually have the chance of spawning a toy mouse, which the cat will chase, to give you like 5 seconds of freedom. And you've just got to work your way from the house, starting from this room to this room, go down, and then you're going left to exit from this side. And then you...
Hang on a minute! Yes!
Maybe we could have it so when the crate is destroyed and a toy mouse is inside it, the toy mouse stops, and when you run over it with a key in your hand, the key disappears and the toy mouse activates.
You could do that. We've got 2 minutes, so...
Yeah, might only just have enough time to...
Okay, so let's say we don't need any more ideas. I've just downloaded 37 seconds of a man kicking a box. So let me just edit out the best bits of that. How could you kick a box for 36 seconds?
What
anyway?
other sounds do we have?
You have...
I've done key.
Okay, you're gonna have for when a box collides with something. So there's loads of those. They're all in a row, aren't they? Got 'em. So it's now called box. Okay. Can we win the game as well?
Yep.
Fantastic.
Well, we can
leave the frame.
It works out.
Yeah, fantastic. And we got a cat downstairs as well.
We do have a cat downstairs.
Cool. Let's have a meow and a squeak, and then I think we're done. My hungry cat meowing. I'm not even going to listen to it. I'm just going to assume it's good. Download it and shove it in.
What's the cat sound going to be triggered by?
I don't know, but it's very loud. It hurt my ears. I don't know. Just find a rule where the cat's collision with the mouse, maybe. And then when the mouse collides with the floor, then it can squeak. So when a mouse hits the wall, it squeaks, and then so it's called cat. And it's there now. Got it. Great. And squeak. Right. So I hope you've enjoyed this happy hour. We are going to be back. Thank you very much for all your help. Everybody here, thank you. Give us a cheer.
Yeah!
We'll test this game in That's not a mouse noise. We'll test this game in a few seconds. Yeah, a few seconds when adults talking about it is a minute. So, mouse clicks, mouse scrolling. Oh, don't you hate the internet sometimes? A mouse saying fantastic. Let's grab that. A mouse or a squirrel saying fantastic. Apparently they sound the same. I sometimes get confused, cute. But equally I get confused by when a mouse is talking to me and when a squirrel is talking to me. So, so file. Okay, win. Okay, so if you have it, not go to the next frame, but just play the win sound.
You do what?
There's a win sound, so if it doesn't go to the next frame, if you just play that win sound.
Oh, I've just got it when they collide with like the floor and stuff.
What? It's just going to go. What? When they win, it's going to go fantastic every time they hit the floor.
No, you said the mouse sound was going to be for when they touch the surface.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, we got a second.
I gave you a win sound for winning. But yes.
I thought at first when you were going with the.
It's alright.
It's alright.
You should listen to that. That mouse saying fantastic.
Just touching the floor, fantastic. Yeah. Could be sarcasm.
It could be annoying. That's what it could be. Right, 30 seconds now. File, export selected audio. Squeak. Right, let's add this in. Wait for it. So yeah, the squeak. Can you add the squeaks in?
Yep.
Play sample. Here we go. Getting ready. Drum roll.
Squeak.
Squeak. Oh, press enter. Wait a minute.
Got it.
Yeah, good. Okay, right.
There, done.
Show. Right, done.
Saved.
Stop the clock.
Oh wait. Whoa. It's saved. Done.
Good. Okay. Right. Fantastic. We are going to upload this game. So, www.impactgamers. You don't need the W dots, but you just need to go to impactgamers.net/Appy4. Okay. And I'll upload it soon. Right. So we need to show everybody the wonderful game. Right. Are you going to use WSAD and I'll use these?
Yeah. Right, there we go. Thank you very much. Appy Hour 4 is done. Woo! Okay. Thank you for those on Facebook. We will upload that to the internet in 5 minutes. We'll be back at 7 o'clock. Took me some time. Okay. Goodbye, Facebook. You have been awesome. Thank you for Lou, Dave, and all the others. Claude, Jeff, Alfredo, thank you for coming back again, Alfredo. Great to see you. Ben on YouTube and all the others on YouTube. And anyone who's watching who didn't comment, bye-bye. But wait a second. And for those on YouTube, you get for a few extra seconds.
And now TJ will tell you the age he was when he first learned to ride a bike.
I don't think I ever did. I broke my arm when I was 11 riding my bike.